when going over Sahīh Al-Bukhāri, the chapters or the main headings are referred to as Kitāb. Kitāb means book, book of so and so. There's approximately 95 chapters in Sahīh Al-Bukhāri. Some numbered the chapters as 95, and in some editions it's 97. Here we're on Kitāb At-Tawhīd, which is the very last chapter. Then under chapters, under Kitāb, you'll find Bab, which is like subheadings. This specific chapter has 58 subheadings. Subheadings in Kitāb Al-Bukhāri are referred to as Bab. These titles that were chosen by Al-Bukhāri rahimahullah ta'ala are a lesson in themselves. For example, this chapter, he's responding to the Jahmiyyah. And when he's responding to the Jahmiyyah, he chose the title Kitāb At-Tawhīd. Why? Because the Jahmiyyah differed from Ahl Sunnah in many ways. And amongst their deviance is their deviance in Tawḥīd Al-Asmā was-Sifāt. When Imām Al-Bukhāri responded to the Jahmiyyah under a chapter he titled Kitāb At-Tawhīd, it reflects the deep wisdom in how he titled his books throughout the entire Sahīh Al-Bukhāri, the books which we call Kitāb. The title Al-Bukhāri rahimahullah ta'ala chose for his chapter in response to Al-Jahmiyyah is a powerful lesson. It reflects the gravity of the matter that he's about to address. It underscores the seriousness of violating what he's about to talk about, because it's called Kitāb At-Tawhīd, the book on Tawhid. By addressing the Jahmiyyah and others, and similar groups, because some students said and others, by addressing the Jahmiyyah and similar groups under the chapter that he titled Kitāb At-Tawhīd, he's trying to show that disputes regarding the names and attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala are not superficial disagreements. They have serious consequences because they're under a chapter called At-Tawhīd. Responding to them under the chapter of Kitāb At-Tawhīd serves to highlight their deviation. And it's to show that their deviation is not a simple Sunnah versus Bid'ah dispute. It's directly tied to Tawhid. And what opposes Tawhid is, of course, Kufr and Shirk. The title Al-Bukhāri chose, rahimahullah ta'ala, for this chapter and for all the other chapters were analyzed by the ulama. The ulama reflected on their meanings and on their hints and on their references. Some ulama dedicated independent books just for the names of the chapters that are in Sahīh Al-Bukhāri. The titles demonstrate Al-Bukhāri's deep understanding of Fiqh and Tawhīd. Some said that the fiqh of Al-Bukhāri, everyone knows Al-Bukhāri as a muhaddith, but some said the fiqh of Al-Bukhāri surfaces or appears through the names that he chose for his chapters. Fiqh al-Bukhāri fi tarajumihi. His fiqh appears through the titles that he chose, rahimahullah ta'ala. And you can add to that his Aqīdah in Tawhīd also appear through the titles that he chose just as well. It shows that he's a faqih just as much as he's a muhaddith, just as much as he's an imam steadfast on the path of the Salaf in Tawhid. Muhammad ibn Mansur al-Maghribi dedicated a book unraveling al-Bukhari's intentions in combining between the hadith and the titles that he chose. So did Ibn al-Munayyir and Waliullah Ad-Dehlawi and others. And I have mentioned this in other classes in the past.